My name is Ed 9mm Ratcliffe, and this is the Technique Tuesday on Body Mind by 9.
First off, the stance that I use and that I teach allows you to be able to protect yourself from wrestlers, boxers, or kickboxers. It's not going to be too square like a wrestler. It's not going to be super sideways like a boxer. It's going to be right in the middle. That's going to be able to allow you to be able to protect yourself from wrestlers shooting a shot, or if you want to shoot the shot yourself, you're there. You're not going to give up as much of your front side as you would, like, say, a Muay Thai or even wrestling. And we're definitely not going to stand all the way sideways. And with my hips a little more on the angle, like a 45-degree angle. That way I can get some checks in. I can down block in wrestling. I can box. And I still have my hips under me where I can move my head and not be leaning over my hips. Nice and agile. Yes, sir. First off, you're going to start with your feet square, your hips square. I want you to step back with your strong side foot, nice, pretty wide. Second step, turn your hips sideways to a 45-degree angle. Turn your front foot where your toes face your opponent. Come up off of your back heel. Go into a slight squat position. Bend with the bend at your knees. Man, careful not to go too wide, man. You'll be off balance. Not to be too narrow either. You can't defend takedowns, and you're going to be standing too straight up. Here it is from the side. Now take a big step back, straight back, keeping your hips open. Turn your hips to a 45-degree angle. Point your lead foot toes towards your opponent. Right foot or your rear foot, heel comes off the ground. You're going to use that rear foot like a spring. Here it is from the back angle. Square up. Step back, nice big wide step. Turn your hips 45-degree angle. Face your front toes towards your opponent. Back heel comes up. You can't quite see it in this video, but my heel is up. Here's another angle. Again, step straight back. Hips on a 45-degree. Lead toes face your opponent. Heel comes up. Squat down into that stance. Yes, sir, like a spring. Here we go again with southpaw stance. Now to square up, step back with your left foot now. Turn your hips on that 45-degree angle. Front foot faces your opponent. Come up off your rear heel. Squat those legs, sit down in the stance. You don't want to be standing straight up. Be off balance and you can't defend takedowns. Here it is from the side. Step back with that left foot. Pretty wide, maybe a little wider than I have it there. 45-degree angle on the hips. Move, baby. There's another angle of the southpaw stance. Square up, step back, turn your hips on a 45-degree angle, not all the way sideways. Your front foot faces your opponent. Your rear heel comes off the ground. Remember to keep a space in between your legs like if you're on 2 railroad tracks, not 1 track. Here it is from the other angle. Big, deep step back, not too wide. Turn those hips on the 45. Face your toes towards your opponent. Come up off the rear heel. Bend in the knees. Square up. Step back with that left foot. Hips on a 45-degree angle. Not all the way at a 90. 45. Face the front foot towards your opponent. Hands up. Chin down. That's it. Neutral, baby. First off, assume fight position, 45-degree angles. You're gonna raise your arms straight up. Careful not to flare out at the elbows. Use your thumbs, feel for your cheekbones. That's where you want your knuckles. The inside knuckles right here, you want those on your cheekbones. That's how you can ensure that your face is covered and your chin is protected. Careful not to flare those elbows. No imaginary lat syndrome. Nice and relaxed, let those arms just fall to the side. That's your body protection. Hands protect your face, your elbows and arms protect your body. Again, assume position, tuck the chin. Here it is from the other angle. And my fight stance, 45-degree angle at the hips. Thumbs to the cheekbones, or knuckles to the cheekbones. That's it. Pretty easy. Nice and streamlined. Notice how my elbows don't go out. That's a tell. you lose power, and you lose protection. The main thing you need to protect in this instance is your chin. Be careful not to have it straight up in the air. You want it in a neutral position, not all the way down to your chest, but right in the middle. Just drop it a few inches. And when you raise your hands to that position that I just told you to, your shoulders automatically come up and your hands and shoulders create a protection for you. Even as you throw punches, one hand is always at your face protection, and the shoulder is going to protect the other side. Even as you're throwing, you're protected. Always go home. Your stance is your home. Knuckles. You see my hands are up to my cheekbones. My head moves, my hands move with it. No windshield wipers. Peace.